Hey everybody, this is Chris from the Otterline. I wanted to make this video to set expectations for what you're going to get when you subscribe to the Otterline Premium service. This isn't going to work for someone who just bets here and there. The only way I found to really be profitable in sports betting and using this model is by having a strategy that's consistent and disciplined. That's really the key here. You can see like 58% win rate, 61% win rate. These win rates are quite good. We're up quite a bit of units, but it doesn't work if you are just betting here and there. So what I've done is I've created a strategy guide to kind of help you a little bit. It just talks about, so what we do here is flat betting. So it's the same amount of units on every single game. So I personally feel the ideal at this time, my thoughts on this could change, but I built this unit size calculator and my thoughts are 3 is the sweet spot. Okay. So 3 units. If your bankroll is 450, kind of a balanced bet, call it $20. If you want to be more conservative, 15, $10, kind of that kind of range, or just go with the 13. And what that's going to allow is 10 days of straight losses. Will it happen? Probably not, but it allows for it. So the key thing is you want to take emotion out of the game. If you're betting emotionally, you're going to lose. So we're trying to remove the emotion. So at a balanced kind of rate, that's what I like to do. You've got 7 days of survivability with 21 straight losses. Not likely, but it gives you that, you know, confidence. If you're on a 3-day losing streak, you're not going to lose your entire bankroll. This in this calculator will also tell you when you can size up your unit. So each and every game, same amount of units. 3 is a really sweet number because if you win all 3, that's a great night. If you win 2, that's a great night. If you win 1, you only lose 1 unit. So the only situation that really burns you is if you lose all 3, which hopefully won't happen. I mean, 2 months now and it's not happened to me doesn't mean it won't. I mean, it likely will at some point, but it won't be like every night. The math just says that it shouldn't happen consistently. It might, it very well could, but it's unlikely. But what I wanted to show you here, kind of the importance. So this is a small slate. There's only 3 games here, but we have 3 different signals. So the important thing here is this is a consensus model. So it's looking at consensus across the board, but it's also tracking the relationships between the models, which is more important than the consensus. So even though the consensus here says Detroit, you can't just pick Detroit. The reason for that is this combination has only won 29% of the time. So if you were just to blindly pick the consensus every time, you would have a losing record on this combination of models. So that's why we have the signal here that says fade. So what we mean by fade is either bet against it or just don't bet it at all, because there's just the data there isn't compelling for this consensus, right? So this is the information you're not going to get by looking at the picks page. A game like this, so we have 31 wins, 16 losses. That's a pretty strong sample size so far. 66% win rate. That is pretty good. You can click into that. You can see the win rate, the sample size. It'll also show you the odds and how the teams are home and away. So I mean that's important to look at as well. Like how St. Louis away, like they really struggle away, while Edmonton's pretty good at home. The model is saying, this is a good, strong bet. That's probably worth taking. So if you have this kind of mythology each and every night, you should, in theory, be profitable. The consensus is 61 and 36. It's got a 63% win rate so far, which is really good. And that doesn't include the fades. So a night like last night, technically our Minnesota bet lost, but we actually won it because we faded the pick, right? So we click into this game here. So this is a 123 game sample size with a 60% win rate, which is really great. This kind of clash of the Titans. Tampa's an awesome team this year. Dallas has been really good, but they're struggling a little bit right now. But this is a solid signal. So if you're betting 3 games with a solid strategy and you're disciplined with it, that is when the Otterline, I think, will really shine for you. If you really don't want to mess around with consensus and digging into that, we kind of do the work a little bit for you here. So best value of the day is going to be right here. It's 17 and 12. This is like the one that's going to make you the most money with the best numbers to back in it, like the best numbers back in pick. Power plays are high win rates, so they're here. So just by using power plays, diamond picks, and value edge, it kind of like filters that for you. Consensus page is more if you want to be like hands-on with it. And then my picks as well. So I'll share for free 3 picks per night, but often there's a lot more picks on the slate. So like it's worth the $10 to get the full slate. You can make a lot more bets. If you go to the lab, this is like experimental features that we're just testing. And I like to just show what we're testing and see how it's going. And if these do well, then they get put into our algorithm and help us make better decisions, which is where the signal came from, right? So this was a feature that we beta tested. It seemed to be pretty good. So that was implemented throughout the algorithm. And then we have Combo Watch. This is going to present you the best combos of models instead of the consensus pick. So as you can see here, the consensus pick is Detroit, but the best combination is actually Ottawa. So that's the combo watch we're watching there. So if this ends up performing way better in the long run than consensus, we'll shift away from the consensus model and into the best combination model. Daily dog, this is trying to find dogs every day. Obviously it's going to be tougher to have a really strong win rate there because the math is against you, but 1821 is a solid start. And this is so the reason I'm showing you the lab is if you're unsure on a pick, you're kind of like, him and Hammond, the numbers look pretty good. You just maybe want to find some extra evidence. You can go ahead and just look through this stuff and see what it's saying. I wouldn't like make my pick just from the lab because it's beta features. They're very, very new. Like if you see the daily dog and you see one in there, I wouldn't just pick it based on that. But if you like what you see in the numbers and you just need one little extra thing to push you over the edge to make the bet, that's kind of what I do in here. Platinum picks I really like. This is kind of like the mindset that I use when I'm making my picks. And I'm very hopeful that this ends up being a really good way to make our picks each and every night. Then it ends up being on the main page and probably remove one of the other ones. So what this is going to do is it's got a 4-step filter. So first thing, it's going to look at the win rate of that combination of models. If that's good, it's going to go ahead and look at the home and away records. Like how is this team away? How is this team home? And if our pick passes that check, then we look at the last 10 games. So is this team got momentum or not? And then we're looking at stuff forward, just like the additional signals that we have built in. One of them being an example is like when all 5 models agree on a heavy favorite, that's like 60+% chance to win. We've won less than half those games. That's a signal that maybe we should not bet this game. So if there's no additional signals found, it makes it the pick. So tonight we got Edmonton, Tampa Bay. Those are the ones I was kind of leaning towards anyway. We see them here and I say, okay, I'll make those bets. And it told us to just fade this game altogether, right? Just because of that signal where the model hasn't won a lot on this. So it's just saying, you know what? Maybe just don't even do this pick. So tonight, Platinum Picks is telling us to make 2 picks and forget the other ones. The information's too mixed, right? So I think this could be a real winner for us. We're just got to get a bigger sample size. So anyway, I wanted to make this video to kind of show you how you actually win using the Otterline. It's not going to work just by simply paying the $10, keep picking here and there. Like you really got to have kind of a disciplined strategy with flat betting. That's kind of my take on it. So anyway, I hope this kind of helps you understand. And if you are on the fence, I hope you hop in, join the community. We have Discord set up. There's bots in there. You can get all this information in there as well. And I do the daily podcast as well. So when you join the Otterline, you're actually joining kind of a sports betting community. And hopefully you'll meet some people and we'll have fun together. Yeah, you'll be able to chat on the website as well once you've logged in. Okay, peace.